Howdy everyone, this is LockNutz.
And Taz.
And you're watching episode 6 of the Teaming Up series on Adelshoven. Hopefully you'll stick around to see what happens. Howdy, 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 how are you guys doing today? Oh my goodness, we are out here selling just a little bit of sunflower seeds from our harvest. Son of a gun, this thing is absolutely spectacular. $19,882. Holy cow, that's absolutely fabulous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Surprisingly, we were up here at Land Handle, and normally the price difference is almost double for the crops. Surprisingly, though, there was only about $100 difference between this and a different location. So why not? Let's just still go here. It'll be fun. It'll be fun, right? I had to drive off the road just to be able to make it up the hill. It is what it is. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Right now, Taz is back at the farm, and he is actually going ahead and doing a little bit of harvesting. Is it, I don't remember, Taz, is that sorghum or is that canola?
Soybeans.
Soybeans? Oh, boy, I was wrong on all accounts. Yikes. Well, that's why Taz is in charge. All right. Yeah, so here we are. We're out here rocking and rolling. Been having a hard time getting together, getting an opportunity to do some recording, so I know when this is being recorded right now, this segment. I don't know when the rest of them are going to be. I don't even know when this one's going to finish, but you know what? It's going to be the way we have to go ahead and operate. Taking the opportunity, getting in when we can, so if there is time in between episodes, please bear with us, be forgiving, merciful even if you could. We're doing what we can. We're going to do what we can to get stuff out when we can and just absolutely love it. So let's see, what did we have happen recently? We had FarmCon, I think, is going on. It's still going on today, Taz?
I think today was the last day.
Today was the last day? Okay, so that kind of puts you in the mindset of where we are at time frame.
The weekend.
And there's some pretty neat developments, I'd have to say. The American-styled forestry map? Yeah, forestry map is a good way of saying it. Is silverback, whatever it's called. That thing was announced. So that's kind of neat. It's kind of a really cool thing. It's, I think it was FS22 when forestry came out. Does that sound right, Taz?
It can be. I don't really remember that great about it, but
yeah, that was before my...
Maybe on 15.
Okay, that was before my involvement in the game, so I don't really know. But let's say it was 15. You go for something that was introduced that's mind-blowing. People didn't like it. There's a lot of, ooh, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? To now, with the Platinum expansion, or the Platinum edition of the game coming out, dedicating an entire map and machinery for that map. That's pretty good. That speaks volumes. It was definitely a good move on Giants to go ahead and bring forestry into the game. It really does open it up. I personally enjoy doing a lot of the forestry stuff. Not necessarily on these decorative trees right here, but when you get the opportunity to get out and get on a forestry map where you're cutting down the pines, the spruce, the trees that you can go ahead and really attack nice and neat. I really enjoy doing that. It's an awful lot of work, but it's a lot of fun to be able to go ahead and do that. One of the things that Taz is very excited about has been the wench system, or the pulley system that you're going to be able to use pulling the trees up and down hills and all that jazz. It's just an incredibly neat dynamic on the stuff that is coming out in the very near future, and it's generating a lot of excitement. It really is, and I think that's an absolutely fabulous thing for the game and for the community. Besides that, you're opening up the door to get more and more people involved. Oh, shoot, I was hoping I'd be able to get up here and rock and roll fast enough, but Taz was able to go ahead and get everything taken care of. All right, so get up over here. Do we have the...
so Platinum Edition map name is Silver Run Forest.
Silver Run Forest, there we go.
Sorry.
That's quite all right, Taz. We're gonna turn that on. So for these soybeans, did we want to take these soybeans to sell, or do we want to go ahead and put these into a production facility? I don't know if we've talked about this yet or not.
I don't think so. We talked.
Okay.
Maybe production would be a good way to go.
Okay. Well, I tell you what I'll do with these.
We have an option for that.
I think there is one with the OmaTana. All right, sorry about that little blip, guys. Yeah, I think what we'll end up going ahead and doing... Turn that off. I think maybe what we can go ahead and do here, Taz, for the time being until we get everything done. I'll just take and put this in the silo, but I believe the OmaTana pack has at least something for soy.
I'm not sure if we have that production on right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So at least, I guess for right now, I can get this in here and kind of take that for now, and we can figure out how we want to handle doing this. But for the time being, are you plowing that field, Taz, or does that just need to be cultivated?
Mulching right now.
Oh, you're mulching? Okay. I know our...
And it needs plowing.
Okay, I knew our cornfield needed it, but I couldn't remember if this guy did, so... that just means we got work we gotta do. Alright, get this thing back.
Flowers needs mulching as well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I said cornfield. That's my bad. Yep, sunflowers. See, guys, that's why Taz is in charge, and I'm really helper A. Helper A is lost. Helper A can't find the field. Okay, that's where we're at right now. That's the reality of the situation, guys. Oh man, it's sad, but it's true. It really is. Let's get this thing back in here. Helper A is having a hard time just backing up the trailer, for goodness sake. All right, I'll go ahead and grab the other mulcher, and I can either help you with that one, Taz, or I can get started on the other field. What would you like?
You can go on the other field. This one is tiny.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm already halfway done.
Perfect. Perfect. Got it going. So we've had a couple new mods that have popped up in the last couple weeks, along with the fact that we've had these announcements for Giants about the different packs that are coming out, the DLCs and stuff like that. Taz, is there anything that jumps out in your mind that's like, ooh, this is awesome, I gotta have it, I gotta want it?
I'm not sure. Actually, all the packs that have been announced are worth mentioning, but I guess I'm most excited about Platinum Edition.
Heck yeah. It's neat to see. One, I don't remember if Giants in the past is for a Platinum Edition when that's come out, if they've introduced a new map or not.
Yeah, there was the Platinum Edition. Let me think on which FS it was.
Okay.
Then they announced that US map. What it was, Felsborn.
Oh,
No.
okay. That was a. I think that was.
I might be wrong about the map name.
Oh shoot.
Westbridge Hills. That was the one.
Okay. And I think that was 15 or 17, I think it was. So it hasn't happened in quite a while. I've screwed this up. I gotta get back on here.
Might be 15, because with that pack we got case harvesters and some other tractors, I guess.
Okay. There we go. Now it's all coming together. Yes, I mean, it hasn't happened in a while. It's kind of a neat thing. It's a special thing that's happening, or at least that's kind of how I'm looking at it. And it really has me excited. It has me jazzed on the things that we can see right now, what we could possibly see in the future. Turn that on. No, it doesn't turn on.
And
There
then
we go.
it was another time when they announced cotton. I think with platinum.
Cotton was part of the platinum
and the
too.
Brazil map.
Okay. See, it's neat. There's a lot of really cool things that are coming out of this. There were a couple of the FarmCon stuff, the things that came out. There's the DLC announcements that happened at FarmCon. I was excited, I think it was just today in my stream on Twitch, that I noticed that the billboard signs had changed for the first time. It had the FarmCon thing on there. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It's something simple, but it's just a neat concept. It's a neat thing. It really makes me feel like there's a lot of stuff coming in the future.
So Brazil map came on FS17 with cotton.
Okay.
No, with sugarcane.
Okay.
I guess. Or I'm wrong. Oh, the cotton was for FS19, but I think it wasn't for platinum.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so, because...
Or the base game. I think
Yeah.
it was base game with the cotton.
Because I think that's what I ended up getting.
Sugarcane came on 17.
Okay.
That means it was trying to look on the internet right now.
Okay.
Which one was before?
Well, I tell you what, guys. While Taz is taking a peek at that, I'm going to continue on with this. Why don't you guys comment down below where 15. I'm getting at with this? Oh, what's that?
FS15 for Westbridge Hills.
Okay. 15 was Westbridge Hills. That was, I remember that map. At least taking a peek at it and stuff like that, because I think that's when I first took a look at it.
With FS15 as well. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's quite all right. That's quite all right. So, guys, I tell you what. Why don't you comment down below? What was your favorite brand new thing that popped into the game? Either back on FS, whatever, 13, 12. 12 isn't one. Sorry. Pick one. What was your favorite FS big announcement that they had? Comment down below. Let me know what you have to say. And then also on the same side of that, what do you think the next big thing is going to be? I'm really curious, because I got ideas. I don't know if my ideas are right. They're probably not. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys have to think. What's your favorite big announcement that's happened so far? And what do you think we're going to get announced with in the future? Until you guys comment down below and think about it, Taz and I... Well, Taz is waiting for me to get back over there. But Taz and I, we're going to team up, and we're going to knock this field right the heck out. You won't even know what hit it. And you know what, guys? There's nothing like getting out in the field and do a little bit of plowing. You betcha we're out here rocking and rolling, and somebody's got themselves a brand new ride. Yes, you betcha. There he is, rocking and rolling with his Belarus. Belarus. His new tractor. It's essentially like the bigger, badder version of the last one he just had. It's super cool. Super, super cool. It is the MTC Belarus 1523 by Bear Farms. It is on Mod Hub, but it is only PC. Only. PC and Mac players only. It comes out at 70.29 megabytes to download, and let's take a quick little peek at that thing, because it's pretty darn cool. It's pretty darn cool here. $4,500. Not too bad. 155 horsepower. And you do have a bunch of different options on what you want to do for all of this stuff on here. It really is pretty neat. The weights, the PTOs, you got the wheel setups, which we all kind of like that. You can have it set up to be able to spin and do the reverse driving, so that's an option for you. Couple different options for hoods, different models. Same thing with the steering wheel. You can change that. That's pretty cool. You don't see that all that often. And then obviously you can go ahead and throw down some hot decals in case you want to do a little drag racing. Of course, numbers, windshield design, just all sorts of stuff on there. GPS is kind of an us thing. And then you got your color of red that you can choose. You got your red, your red 2, your red 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to your red 11. It's absolutely spectacular. Oh, but it is a nice little workhorse, and like I said, it is up to 155 horsepower, which is a little bit more than we had last time on the other tractor. Actually, Taz, what do we have on the last one you had?
What?
Horsepower. I don't remember what the horsepower was. It's like 123?
130.
130? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be great. Taz actually brought up a good idea, good point. We're kind of talking about this. Get a little bit bigger tractor. That way we can actually take our loads up that hill by land handle and being able to go ahead and do the things that we want to do. So that's pretty darn neat. There's a tree right there. With that 155 horsepower, that's definitely going to open up some windows for us, even if we wanted to look at potentially getting different implements as well. That also just, it completely opens up the door for however we want to rock and roll. Maybe we want to get a little bit bigger field, maybe we want to do this, maybe we want to do that. I mean, the possibilities really are endless at this point. It is pretty darn slick. And it really only added like 30 horsepower, 20 horsepower, 25 horsepower, somewhere in there. Which is really, really cool. Really, really cool. Let's get this out of the way here. But you have this right here, like we're doing. And to me, it's kind of a hard thing for me to wrap my head around when it comes to plowing. Get that out of there. When it comes to plowing fields and whatnot, using these 3 meter, 2 meter plows, whatever the heck these are. But I keep saying it. I think that's the best part about teaming up is you have that opportunity to really share the workload, share all this stuff. It cuts the field in half, basically. I mean, it really does cut the field in half, and it is pretty neat to be able to get out here and do this. I'm just looking at Taz's tractor. It looks really sweet. I like it. I'm a little jealous now. Looks like we got to make some more money for that. So yeah, we didn't take a look at the OmaTana stuff or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure I know there's one of these packs in here. I think I'm using it on furling right now. That makes at least soy drink or soy milk, essentially. You call it soy drink, but I just call it soy milk. That's a possibility we could go ahead and do, and I don't remember if there's a different pack that you can do something else with soy other than just that soy drink in there, but at least it's a possibility for moving forward with that, and any of the other OmaTana things we want to go ahead and throw in there. We'll obviously, okay, I want to make sure I was doing this correctly. We'll also have to make sure we look at some way to make ice cream for Taz. And that's got to happen. Strawberry ice cream is a must, I think, in our books here. Let's get this thing turned back around. There we go. Perfect. Nope, nope. Let's get this thing straight. Let's get this thing straight. Perfect. Now, as we were kind of talking a little bit earlier about FarmCon and some of the stuff that was dropped, one of the cool things that did pop up in there were 2 new tractors, 2 new specialty John Deere tractors. I thought that was pretty darn cool. The M5, I think.
What? 6M?
6M.
No. 5M.
5M, okay. M5, 5M. Same thing. I don't know. I know it's totally different, but it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat to see them bring that one out. And then the smaller John Deere, the little 50 horsepower, it really is kind of cool to have some of that stuff in there.
Yeah, so 5M series and John Deere 7010 and 710.
710? Okay. Yeah, it's super cool to be able to see something like that. Now, John Deere, or I should say Giants... That's okay. I mix up my words all the time. I called it the M5 or 5M or whatever the wrong thing was. That's what came out of my mouth.
Yeah, so it's 6M series and John Deere 710 down.
Okay. Oops. There. Perfect.
Both John Deeres that came out for Falcon.
The way I take a look at it, Taz, and I don't know if you've seen it the same way, but for me, it was, let's just look at John Deere, for an example. Giants could have come out with any vehicle they possibly wanted. Any John Deere, they could have picked the biggest, baddest, brand newest harvester, tractor, 7,000 horsepower. I mean, just blow your brains off. Let's scream this thing down the field. Tractor. But they didn't. They decided to come out with two small tractors. One, which is right in our wheelhouse. We were talking about this. It's kind of past our wheelhouse at this point. But it was kind of nice to hear that, I don't know, for me, what I hear around the community right now is there's just not enough old iron in the game. You have a lot of the bigger, fancier things. It seems like a lot of stuff that comes out is just higher horsepower and that's it. And there isn't given a much of a look at the old iron. So the way I take a look at it, I think it's really, really cool that they had all these options within the John Deere family. And they decided that this was what they wanted to do. I thought that was really, really cool that they made that nod to the people that are asking for the old iron. Oh, that's the wrong side. I gotta get over here. Oh boy. I'm all out of sorts. Perfect. And then you even look at it, they could have picked anything. They could have introduced Lamborghini to the game again. They could have done all sorts of stuff. They could have... The sky was the limit. But they didn't. They chose two small vehicles, two small tractors. And like I said, I thought that was pretty neat. Because like I said, I know from what I've been hearing throughout the community, the biggest thing is, let's get some old iron in this game. Let's do this. That's what they want. And for them to kind of listen to that and get at least one of the tractors, which is more down that line, and the other one, the M5, which is, it's a smaller tractor. It's kind of down that way. I thought that was kind of neat. I don't know if that's the same way you read into it, Taz, or if that was just me. But I just thought it was neat to see that happen. Oops. Hopefully I'm not in Taz's way here. We actually were over there taking care of that smaller soybean field that we were taking care of. You've seen us harvesting, or I missed Taz harvesting it. Okay, let's come over here. I'll get along the edge here. And when we were plowing our very last pass, we were wondering if we were going to be able to make it, but no, the two plows kissed along the way, and it was, well, it didn't knock us off course too much, but it's still one of them things you'd probably be damaging. Damaging implements, damaging stuff like that. Could be worse. Could be much worse. But we're going to keep on rocking out here, seeing what we can get done. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not sure what we're going to do next. I haven't taken a look at the contracts. We'll probably get out here, get stones off our fields, take a look and see what we're going to plant, fertilizing, and we'll go from there. We'll just have to see. Back up. I missed a spot right here, but I think that's kind of to be expected at this point. So on this field over here, we've gone ahead, we've plowed it, you guys seen. We cultivated after the fact to kind of get it that nice seed bed state. I'll talk about that in just a second. Same thing with the other field. Our other field over that small one that Taz was harvesting, we planted oats. We planted oats. Yep, perfect. I should know. You just told me and I forgot. Just, okay, Locke, I need you to go ahead and plant oats here. All right, okay, and I forgot. I already forgot what we did. Doing sorghum over here. Why not? Why not? We'll get out here, get a little sorghum in. We're just talking.
And we decided to ignore the rocks and just roll them in later on.
Exactly. We'll take the little bit of damage that we're going to get. Now, if you guys are out there and you're using expensive things, I think that's it. We'll let Taz get down to the other end.
Yeah,
if
that's the last pass.
Perfect. If we're using expensive equipment, the price that it's going to cost to go ahead and have to have repairs, as you guys know, it's actually pretty darn extreme, I would say, compared to this modded tractor, that modded, I think it's modded, is that the mod? Yeah, it's a modded seeder, both which have very low price tags. If we get 50% damage on both of those, what's that going to end up being? What, like $2 grand? That's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. You get 50% damage on a $300,000 tractor. That's going to put a big punch in your wallet. So the amount of damage that we're going to be getting versus the amount of time we save by not rolling or picking the rocks in between every last time, it's definitely worth it. Oh, I still got my seed around. What am I doing? It's definitely worth it. So we decided, well, Taz decided, I nodded, said, yes, let's do this. That sounds logical to me. We plant our seed, and we're going to roll. And in theory, we're going to be able to go ahead and roll those stones right back into the ground and also get a nice rolled state on our seed bed. So that's pretty darn good. Now, from what Taz was telling me, and I may be saying this wrong, so if I'm saying anything wrong, Taz, don't be afraid to jump in and let me know. When it comes to... Okay, it is unfolding. When it comes to the seed bed versus a plowed state or a cultivated state, from what Taz was telling me, a seed bed potentially gives you a better yield. Now, comment down below if you guys have heard about that. Taz, were you telling me that that was a relatively new thing that's part of like one of the updates and they haven't really talked about, or what was that?
I think it was around for a while, but actual ground state appeared on FS22 only.
Okay. So
and
that...
still Giant's not providing information if that is actually giving you more yield if you go with a seedbed state or not, or it's just the different ground texture.
Exactly, and that's what we're kind of going ahead and looking at here, really to kind of see if it does play much of a difference. And we are rolling the rocks, or I am rolling the rocks into the ground, so that is good. It's not that I didn't trust you, Taz. I just wanted to clarify that it is doing that, so that is good. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and see if that actually does. Now, I would personally think that by having the ground... Oh, shoot, I'm probably not going to be able to back this up too well. Now, if I were to go ahead, we plowed these fields. If I were to go ahead and plant or seed directly over them, I would think that the ground wouldn't be prepared or in a good state as compared to having it in a seed bed formation or a seed bed state, I guess is a good way of saying it. I would think that I would get a potential to have a better yield or be better on my equipment or however you want to look at it if it was in that seed bed state. So it does make sense. The question is, does it matter? And if it doesn't matter, why is it in the game? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys have to say. Am I crazy? Oops. I am crazy. I just thought I could take on Taz, but that was sadly mistaken on my part. All right. Let Taz get that, and I'll head on over to the other field. Yeah, like I said, comment down below. Is that something that you guys have noticed? Does it make a difference? And if it does, or it doesn't make a difference, why is it in the game? Does it serve any purpose? I'm all for having stuff in the game if it adds to the realism of the game and this, that, or the other thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's a great idea. But what's the point? What's the point of having that in there? Does it mean anything? Does it help us? Does it hurt us? Probably doesn't hurt us at all. But what's the point of having it in? I honestly have no clue. Is it Does it reduce the weeds? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe by having it in the seed bed, like if you go ahead and you cultivate the ground or whatever, and then you get it in a seed bed state, maybe at that point you have less opportunity for weeds. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. But guys, like I said, comment down below. Let me know what you guys... Oh, shoot. I gotta get... I heard Taz making noise back there. I know I'm screwing this up. Auto width. Okay, come over this way. Nope, nope. There we go. Perfect. There we go, Taz. I think I got it. Perfect. So one of the things Taz was telling me that his tractor, as you can see, with a little bit more horsepower, you can definitely see right off the bat that he is just gaining on me. It makes a pretty big difference with that. But his tractor can go even faster than his last tractor now. You say it was was it 15 kilometers, Taz?
Maybe.
Maybe.
No.
It's faster.
I think it was 5 kilometers faster.
5 kilometers faster? Okay, so his tractor is... The old tractor was already faster than my tractor. Now this one here is even faster than that one. I think we're probably going to get ourselves to a point where Taz is just going to have to stop and wait and maybe just give me a head start or something. I don't know. Because it's looking like I'm getting left in the dust pretty quick here. Oops, there we go. Get that over there. Perfect. So that is something that does work out. I did not know that. I have wasted a lot of time. Ooh, smashing into trees. No, I've wasted a lot of time. There we go. That's close enough. Wasted a lot of time going ahead, rolling my fields, planting, and then rolling them again. I didn't realize I could go about doing this, so... That's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I'm just going to go off to the side here so I can get this. Pretty darn cool. Now, Taz, is there anything that you can think of that you can actually do with sorghum at this moment? Or is it just pretty much for feeding to chickens? There isn't any production.
I think it can go for a flower.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It does go for flour. It's got a really weird ratio, though, if I remember correctly. I think it's you have to give... You need like 15 liters of sorghum to get 13 liters of flour or something weird. It's a weird formula, I think. Or I could be way off and it's actually like 1 for 1 and I have no clue what I'm talking about. Either or, I think that's all that sorghum's really good for. That and feeding chickens. I think that's about it. Feeding chickens and making some sorghum flour. Alright, get that picked up. Come on over here. There we go. Back this thing up. Drop it like it's hot. Activate. Try and get it going in the straight line. And there we go. There we go. See, now I'm getting my head start right now. We'll obviously have to go back and get a couple of these rocks that we're missing, but ultimately it ain't bad. It ain't bad at all. This is actually a pretty neat little, I don't know if you'd call it a trick, but it's definitely a neat thing to know. I didn't know this before. I guess there's another thing. Comment down below. Did you guys know that you could do this? Or did you think that you had to go ahead and get the rocks off the field before you go ahead and roll? Like I said, I had no clue. Or here's another thing. How many of you guys are still playing with rocks? I know on some of the gameplays that I've started recently, I've gone away from using rocks. They just kind of get in my way. Yeah, I guess that's kind of neat. One of the neat things about this game, you can kind of change things up, see what you want to do, see how you want to go about doing things. Just kind of go from there. So how about you, Taz? You still a fan of rocks on the fields, or have you kind of moved on from rocks? Oops.
Yeah, I'm still playing with the rocks with the weeds on.
Still rocks and weeds?
Everything.
Perfect. You're a champion. I think pretty much rocks are like the one thing I've turned off recently. I think I still play with weeds for the most part on. But that's about it. I think on our server we have weeds on. but we have rocks turned off, if I remember correctly.
Rocks are definitely off.
Rocks are definitely off?
I'm not
Okay.
sure about the weeds.
I think we talked about that today, and I think weeds are on, but we've plowed everything, so they're just not popping up. That sounds about right. But we have these 2 fields taken care of. I'm not sure what we're going to do after this, if we're going to look at taking on a new contract, or if we're going to look at skipping time. I don't know. Maybe it's time to go to bed. Maybe it's time to count the stars. Maybe it's time for me to get a faster tractor so I don't look...
for field 18.
Ooh, maybe we'll go ahead and do that. Maybe we'll be able to take
11 grand.
Ooh, 11 grand. Ooh, that sounds like it must be a big field then. If it's 11 grand. Oh man.
Yeah.
Either way, guys, something's got to change here. Either it's I need a faster tractor, Taz needs to slow down. I don't know. Maybe it's just set the cruise control a little slower. Either way, guys, like I said, we got our fields here prepped and ready. Not sure what we'll do. Contracts, no contracts, skipping time. Time will tell. And we'll catch you a little later. Yikes. The weight on this tank is super heavy. Super heavy. I actually just a second ago, when trying to stop, you can kind of see my tracks going into the river right there. I could not stop. I slammed it in reverse and nothing would happen. I just kept rolling forward. So a lot of water right here, that is for darn sure. Yeah, we do have a new building, as you can see. I'll get out of Taz's way here in just a second. We do have a new build. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. We do have a new building here, and we have had quite a bit of cash in our pocket right now. Taz decided that he wanted to go on a little adventure, and he actually found a handful of collectibles. Not actually all that money, but some of the collectibles on this map are very pricey. I think he found 2 that were 500,000. No, not 500,000. 50,000.
50.
Oh.
250 for 50, one for 33, I think.
Yeah, so we have quite, and he found 2 piddly ones. One that was only 5,000, and one that was 4,500. Yeah, so almost nothing. But yeah, now we're sitting here in a pretty darn good position with a little bit of cash. Possibly looking at doing a little bit of spending here. But one thing we did spend a little bit money on is we did spend 10 grand here to get another one of the OmaTana production buildings. This one here is the dairy that we got right over here. Now this one will go ahead and make, give me just 1 second here. This one over here will end up making, let's see, what is it? You have oat drink, soy drink, strawberry ice cream, butter and cheese. So not too shabby, I'd say, at least. I think that's pretty darn slick. Add that on with our other facility here, which we possibly can go ahead and make salads or whatever it is that we want. We just have options. It's super cool. Maybe we'll add a couple other of the facilities in at a different point. Maybe we'll start making oil. Maybe we'll start making pasta. I don't know. I really don't know what we're going to go about doing, but it is cool to kind of see us go ahead and expand and just keep on rocking. Now, I will have that OmaTana production pack back in the description down below. That way, if you guys don't know what it is, I know we keep talking about it. We keep using it because, let's face it, it's pretty darn cool. It's super cheap. The building only cost us 10 grand for the small one. That's almost nothing for a production facility. There's also one of the buildings, I think it's $50,000. Yeah, I think it's $50,000. And it's an all-in-one production facility. You can make absolutely anything and everything from it. It's really cool. So, like I said, we just enjoy using it. We like using it. One of these days here, Taz, I was thinking, this is up to you. I don't know how you feel about this. Oh boy, I'm in your way. I'm sorry. My bad. one of these days here, we could possibly look at making a little bit of diesel. I don't know if you want to do that or not, but it's an option. So let's get this thing backed up here. But I keep taking these trips with the water because this facility here ends up making, or I should say holding, 100,000 liters of water. And what's really cool about I think we're going to go ahead and put the soybeans in here to make, I'm just going to call it soy milk. It says it's soybean drink, but I think it's just soy milk. You go ahead and you make soy milk with this thing, and it's one soybean with 10 liters of water.
What do you think about buying a fork truck or forklift, whatever it's called?
Oh yeah, I'd be
the little one we talked about.
Heck yeah, I think we should go do it. Actually, you know what, Taz? Maybe we can go ahead and do it. Drive up there with the sidekick and go grab our newfound glory. Now, is that an electric one?
Not? Yeah.
Perfect, and that means we'll probably have to look at getting a... Well, I'd like to have a little electric charging station here. I think that'd be kind of neat. And then maybe we could even look at getting... You know what? Maybe my next tractor will be an electric tractor. Huh. I actually hadn't thought about that. That would work out pretty darn slick. Alright, let me get this full of water, and I'll get this out of the way, and Taz and I can get out on the open road. Wind in our hairs, bugs in our face. Oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Go pick up our new little forklift. Alright, get this thing out of here without smashing into everything. I'll just park the water right over here for now. There we go. That is a very, very heavy thing. Oh, there's a building. There's a building. Alright. Hop in this. And I'll go ahead and get this trailer hooked up for us. Oh, there comes Taz. There we go. He's kind of in two places at once right there for a second on my screen, but we'll take it. Alright, now we're on and off, ready to go grab our stuff. Are there any other purchases that you were thinking about wanting to look at getting here, Taz?
At the moment, no.
At the moment, no? Okay.
Yeah, need to take a look for your tractor.
Yep. Look for a tractor for me. I would say, I know we had talked about maybe looking at getting another harvester. I'm not sure if there's anyone out there that we would be comfortable getting as of this moment. But that's one thing. Maybe looking at a different production facility. I don't know. Maybe we'll go ahead and peruse around and see what we can go ahead and find. There we go. Maybe, you know, with all this newfound money, we could possibly even look at getting a couple more animals. Although I think like we were talking about, we may want to wait until we get the wheat from one of our fields and then just get a bunch of chickens that way. Obviously, chickens aren't very expensive, but it's something.
Yeah. I'm looking at ModHub right now, and I see one electric Rigitrack SKH 150 that is 150 horsepower and 40 kilometers per hour speed.
Oh, well, that might be a pretty darn good option then.
116,000.
That's expensive, but I guess you did find a bunch of placeables, so... Or not placeables. Guys, I'm sorry. I keep calling them placeables. Even Taz, before, when we were talking about this, he kept correcting me. It's not a placeable. It's a collectible. I am sorry about that. Let's see here. Perfect. And one of the neat things about this Kubota pack is that now... There we go. Neither Taz nor I have to ride so dangerously in the back. We can ride up front, just like a real human being. It's pretty darn cool, I'd say. Pretty darn cool. It's neat to see the progress that we've made on this in the shorter period of time that we've actually been out here rocking and rolling, doing stuff. It's super, super cool. Super, super cool. It also helps when you have a very curious Taz that you're playing with that wants to find all the collectible pieces. Oh man, even on the server that we're playing on, Taz is always telling me, well, I found 3 more collectibles over here, or 7 more over here, or whatever it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, found another one. Found another one. Oh man, it's super, super cool. Yikes, I'm getting squirrely, So like I said, we'll have to look at the electric charging station to put in here. Now, I don't know, Taz, do you have to feed that with... does it charge you for using the electricity, or does that not work that way? Or are you not sure?
You mean that you need to provide it with electricity? Then no.
No, you don't. Okay.
I guess it just charges. I guess it charges money for that.
I just was wondering because of the BGA. I know the BGA has the output, or one of the byproducts of the BGA is you do get electricity out of it, and I'm just not sure how that all works with the electric vehicles and everything else. To me, it's still pretty darn new on what this all does and how it all works. Let's get this over here. All right, I'll do that. Lower that down. And I tell you what, guys, that is one happy Taz right there. He has been talking about that fork truck for a... Oh, sorry. I just ruined your brand new toy. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's a happy guy. And you know what's going to make him even happier? If you guys go ahead and smash that like button. I'm not joking. It would make him very, very happy. You betcha. Oh, guys, I tell you what. Smash that like button. Hit the subscription. Hit the notification bell. All 3 are the trifecta of greatness that we ask so politely of you guys. Oh, man, you betcha. Go ahead and share this video with somebody that you know who likes little fork trucks, or maybe somebody likes getting stuck in water, plowing, anything, you guys. Anybody who likes farm sim, you betcha. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, I'm having a lot of fun. Taz is having a lot of fun here. Uh-oh. That'll buff out. I'm not going to even worry about that. Guys, until we catch you again next time. Ooh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Ah. For safety purposes, I'm going to stand up here. And from Taz and myself, thanks for stopping by.